got a good show for you guys today. I got a very hot topic that I would like to talk to you guys about. I just want you to tune in every single Wednesday, and I'm glad that you're here. This is a one-of-a-kind show, and you know why I do this. Yeah, I do this for Pops and Fat Mama. It's time to get it in. So welcome to the show. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate each and every last one of you for being here today. And this show, we're going to talk about something called the zero-sum bias. Zero-sum bias. Have you ever heard of that before? Well, I will tell you a little bit about it. What it means is sometimes people will feel that in order for there to be a winner, then I have to lose. There cannot be a winner if I don't lose somehow. I'm here to tell you right now that is a selfish way to go about thinking things. See, in leadership development, it is very important to understand a very fundamental fact. You have a diverse team that is going to be out there and trying to do their best in what they have to do. I'll break it down for you guys really simply. A zero-sum bias is maybe children, where they believe that the parents' love towards their sibling somehow means that mama, daddy, you love me a little bit less. Or if I was to give you an entire pie and I say, okay, LeBron James, you take a slice. Anthony Davis, you take a slice. Darvin Ham, you take a slice. Now that's 3 slices gone out that pie. You cannot enjoy your single slice because you're thinking about the other slices that are gone. People sometimes even view discrimination with a zero-sum bias, meaning that they believe that a decrease in discrimination, if I don't discriminate against that group, then the discrimination will come my way. That, my friends, is a very, very dangerous philosophy, because we live in a world where we have a mixture of people, a melting pot of different people. And I know that there is such a thing as racism in this world. And I believe that racism may be rooted in something that is zero-sum bias. Because if we give rights to certain groups, then that means there's less rights for me. If we give voting rights, then maybe my vote won't count. Yes, that is a thinking that is out there. And that zero sum means that it cannot be something that is a unconscious bias. That's a totally different thing. Why? Because an unconscious bias is something that you do on a subliminal level. Let me break it down for you, if I may, cousins. Say, if a person comes to you for an interview and they happen to be a fan of your favorite sport team, somehow, subconsciously, you take an instant liking. Oh, you're a Dallas Cowboy fan. Wow. I kind of like this guy. Or, yes, I see you shop at the same store that I do. We must have something in common. Is that unconscious bias that will allow you to either hire or elevate someone beyond, because you have a certain liking to them and you can't understand why. That is not what I'm talking about. See, a zero-sum bias, it is something that is done intentionally, purposely. It is done to the American people and people abroad. There are caste systems that are set up talking about this very same thing. Let's take a look at something what I'm talking about. So we have here what it looks like is a tree. And this tree, as you can see, it grows up and it grows down simultaneously. Yes. When you are sending out resumes and you've been doing it for a long time and you have been networking, and it's almost like you're doing a full-time job of hitting the bricks, getting on the internet, searching for a job, but you still have not found anything and you're hitting the wall. Well, I hope this right here can help, because A tree, the way that it grows, the roots must find the darkness. The roots must grow down. So you got to grow down and get a strong foundation. That gravitropic space is where the roots will grow down first. But then also through the trunk, the trees will spread out. And they will get branches and they will get leaves just reaching out for the sunlight. It grows up and it grows down. So when it's growing up and it's reaching out for the sunlight, that is the beauty that you may see. Nobody see the hard work that the roots are doing down there. See, the roots are down there in the dirt and it's friction. Are you looking for something to get you to greatness and you feel like, man, I keep just bumping my head against the wall? Yes, then you are gravitropic right now. You're putting in the roots. See, people may see you as a beautiful tree one day and they wonder, how did this person blow up? How did they come up like that? How are they able to make it? They see your glory, but they don't see your story. And that story is your testimony. There is no testimony without the test. God is putting you through something right now, and it's telling you to lay down roots. See, something as beautiful as a flower, I can take it and I can pluck it up very easily, and it will disappear just like that and wither away. But something that has put in strong roots, it can endure the test of time. It can endure that test and give you a testimony. So when you see a tree that is fully grown and you see the beautiful leaves and the branches and you can put a swing on it, and in the summertime have some lemonade and that strength, it is the same distance going down. Take another look at this picture, if you will. Don't you see the resemblance of the top and the bottom? Yes, it is a powerful metaphor, and it is for your life. Where are you right now in this stage of your life? Where are you constantly finding yourself? Phototropic, gravitropic. All things come together for good. So don't fret because you're going through something. A mistake, a trial, a test, a crisis. It can teach you more than success ever could if you learn from it. Yes, it can teach you more than success ever could. But that's if you learn the lesson. So the lesson that I want you to take away from this podcast here today, cousins, is I am always going to be going through something. But tough times don't last. Oh, but tough people do. Strengthen yourself. And I want you to get to the point where you can realize that there is work that must be done first. I spoke on this before. And here's a quick story, and I want you to just see if you can see the many levels of this metaphor as I speak on it. There once was a farmer, and he was out working in his field. And his neighbor comes from across the field, and since they have a lot of land, they really don't talk that much. But the neighbor comes over and he says to them, "Hey, neighbor, yes, what can I do for you?" He said, "Well, I'm wondering, what are you doing out here?" He said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Yeah, I see you out here standing in this field, but I don't see you growing anything. See, I've planted seed and it took root and grew, and then I harvested, and I planted a second group of seeds, and it also took root and I harvested. Now I have sown a third set, and now I can see it sprouting. It's starting to come out the ground, and I haven't seen you grow a single thing. So I gotta ask, neighbor, what are you doing out here?" Well, the farmer looks to him and said, "Oh, I'm a bamboo farmer." A bamboo farmer? He said, yes, I am a bamboo farmer. And don't you know that bamboo, for the first 5 years, it grows down another, like any other plant, like any other. First, it grows down. It is gravitropic. And after 5 years, you will see no results. That plant is getting a root system, and the bamboo plant is so intelligent that the root system underground will reach out for other bamboo plants, and they will grab hands and underground, and those roots will entangle with each other, and it's creating a sophisticated root system. But guess what happens on the 5th year? On the 5th year, that bamboo plant, it will take sprout and sprout up into the air 50 feet in the air in 6 months. Now, the question, cousins, that I have for you, did it grow 50 feet in the air in 6 months? Did it? Or did it take 5.5 years? Think about it. 5.5 years for it to go from gravitropic to phototropic. And now it's reaching up and it's getting that sunlight and it's getting the rain. And the bamboo plant is so durable. It is so durable that tsunamis may come, hurricanes, typhoons. And it will blow in that bamboo plant. What it does this. It'll bend, but it won't break. That could be you. Bend, but don't break. It'll just sway. It'll blow down towns. It will ruin cities, but that bamboo plant will still be standing. And I want you to understand something very important here today. And what I'm talking about is something that is an excellent idea for you to be apply when you are looking for either a promotion or you're just looking for a job. Test the time. Put in the work. And I've said it before, wait. But waiting is a verb. If you are applying for a position, as soon as they post that job, you're 6 months behind the other candidates. Yes, you are. You start now. How are you at interviewing? Do you feel that you interview well? Or do you feel that nervousness that comes over you all of a sudden? You have the qualifications. You have the skills. And you're there and you're dressed to the nines. You need to dress up for an interview. I saw a post the other day on social media about a young man who was going to work at a place called, I believe it was Sky Zone. And he came with his button down and his slacks and his dress shoes, and they clowned him. Yes. Why are you dressing up for this job? Well, you dress for success. You dress for the job that you want and not the job that you have. You go in and you put your best foot forward. Are you nervous inside of your interview? Next, have you polished up your resume? And take it from me, as a person who teaches leadership development, emotional intelligence, difficult conversations, and a person who has launched an entire series called Project Resume. Corporations don't care if you had a paper route when you were a kid. They don't care if you did hair in the kitchen. They want to know your job history, and this is what you need to do. Pull up the description. Cater your resume to what they are asking for and match those two up. And have someone else read it. Come on, cousins. Have someone else double check it. Nothing more embarrassing than to have a resume filled with typos and errors. It is a signature of who you are. It is a snapshot. And thirdly, how do you conduct yourself in that interview and after? First thing, when the person leads you from the foyer or wherever you are sitting, stand up tall, shoulders back, handshake, 3 pumps, let it go, make eye contact. And when they walk off to the interview room, keep pace. If you're lagging behind, that interviewer, I'm telling you, it is an unconscious bias. Do you think HR passes judgment on people? I mean, isn't that a part of their job to pass judgment? Yes, even if they are supposed to be impartial, they are human beings. So, sit up straight, answer the questions, and use what is known as the STAR method. STAR, STAR method. Situation, task, action, and result. Situation, task, action, and results. What does that method do? It stops you from rambling and having answers that are just way too long. If the interviewer starts doing this, they start looking at the watch. Okay, yeah, we're running out of time here. Got another interview. Your answers may be too long. It may even be off topic. And it also helps you from not answering adequately enough. You have to give enough information. So you don't want answers that are too short, and you don't want answers that are too long. Situation, task, action, and result. Stick to the STAR method. End of the interview. Here's your time to shine, baby. This is your time. They've asked you their questions. Now they may have a final one. Do you have any questions for us? You got any questions for us? If you do have some questions, get clarity. But you should not bring up money. Okay? Yes, you'll get that in the job offer. You have the opportunity to accept that offer or decline based on the financial package that they supply for you. But you don't want to start asking about money inside of the interview. Sometimes that's in the job posting. But what you do want to do is sell yourself. Do you have any questions for us? Say, no, I don't have any questions for you guys, but I do have a statement. I may not be a perfect person, but the one thing that I can offer you is perfect attendance. I'm going to suit up and I'm going to show up. And I may not be the brightest and the smartest out of everyone that is here, even though I do have an education and I am intelligent. But the one thing another person will never do, and that's outwork me. Because I have a strong work ethic. I think that the company can provide many opportunities for me, but I bring something to this company as well. I bring a calm leadership. I bring a quiet strength. I bring a leader that you are looking for. And in this moment, right here, right now, I think we can make a great decision and bring me on to the team, and I'll be excited to join. Sell yourself. Just sell it. It might even sound like you're selling. It's okay. That's what you're here for. Are you here for an interview? Are you here to get the job? Okay? Be like bamboo. Put in the root system. You walk in with the root system deep down into the ground. And then when people said, man, how did you get this job so fast? And how did you grow so quickly? How did you just escalate through the ranks? You don't see all the times when the door was shut in my face, do you? You don't see the 99 no's that I got until I got that one yes. I also saw a post on social media about a young man. This girl, the mother of his child, had put in applications for him, or he helped her fill them out or whatever. But she had pulled up to the establishment and he didn't want to get out the car. I don't want to go in there. I don't want that job. She's like, you have no job. You have no money. And we need money. We have a kid together. He was like, yeah, but that's a Waffle House. And man, it looks busy. Don't ever underestimate the power of small beginnings, humble spirit. And don't think that everybody who works at McDonald's is flipping hamburgers either. McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate or corporation, and there are opportunities abound wherever you are. Stop looking at the name of the company and start looking at the name that you bring. Speak with confidence and conviction and let them know that I too am somebody. That post, it just burned me up. I'm talking about burn my biscuits. You'd be surprised how many people I interviewed, and I had to stop the interview because I just want to be a helping and nurturing spirit. And I had to tell them, young lady, young man, time out. This has nothing to do with the company, but I just want to help you out a little bit while we're interviewing. Sit up. Don't do this. You don't want to be interviewing like this. Sit up and pull your pants up. Okay? Present yourself. You don't get a second chance to make that first impression. Come on, cousins. I know y'all heard that, kinfolk. You've heard that, haven't you? That first impression is lasting, and it may be triggering someone's unconscious bias, or even more, their zero-sum bias. They were maybe on the fence, half didn't like you anyway, but you still need to put your best foot forward. I hope these messages are finding someone, because that's all I ever wanted to do. I just want to help one person. If there's just one person that I can reach and show them that good is the enemy of great, and after all the people that I've trained over 2,000 people sometimes in a month. Maybe I have touched one person over a 10-year period, 20 years in this business that I've been doing this. Maybe I've touched one. And if so, Lord Father, you've heard my prayer a million times. Let me touch one more. Because there's someone out there that don't know that the deck is stacked against you. Don't give them anything to help you lose. Because zero-sum bias is something that I feel that if you win, I lose. If you get employee of the month, leader of the month, then I guess that means I suck. If you get a promotion, then I might as well give up, start looking for another job. If you get a job, man, then that's one less job for me. Stop looking at stuff in such absolutes. I think that we can come to a very simple conclusion here. And what I'm talking about in this simple conclusion is be like the bamboo plant, okay? And that bamboo plant, what it does, it grows down and then it grows up. It puts in the work and then the work gets done. It is like in sports analogy, all right? If you can only shine during the game, you got to show that in practice. You got to show up and show that in preseason. If they put you on special teams, you run down there and put on your chin strap and put me in, coach. Put me in. Work your way up to the first squad. And when you do, don't stop cracking heads. Because that's when the game really, really begins. Zero-sum bias. The pie is big enough for all of us to get a slice. But when those try to withhold your piece, say, well, I'll just take yours. if you don't mind it. If you didn't provide a slice for me, I'll take your slice of the pie. Yes, there are people with 2 and 3 jobs and 2 and 3 careers, and that still should not stop you, okay? I'm just talking about leadership development. I'm not going to get into relationships, but you can apply this same thing to a mate, to a spouse, to a husband or a wife. Oh, you just got married? That's one less man for me. You just got married, you just had an anniversary. I never find me a good wife. I want a good woman myself. No, they're out there. Work on yourself, do the work, put the work in first, and then you will see it be able to shoot up to the sky, 50 feet into the air. Oh my goodness. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Word to the Wise. And here on this show, I feel like we have just made a kindred spirit. I do. I feel like we go way back like fat crayons and Hot Wheel tracks, baby. Yes, I feel like one of these days I'm going to bump into you and I just want you to say, hey, cousin, I see you out there doing this podcast every Wednesday, and all I want you to do is just keep doing what you do, holding it down. Yeah, to all my cousins out there, the Cousins crew, holding it down. And I'm going to do you like I do my potatoes, y'all. I'm going to plant you now, but I'm going to dig you later. And I'll see you guys wherever you may find these messages. But until then, I want you to do me a really big favor, okay? If you could do that for me, could you just
I hope you like the podcast and you really like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.
And you really like my podcast. Like and subscribe.
Oh, yay. Feeling good today. Hope you felt good and hope you enjoyed the show. Oh, yeah. It's the funkiest show this side of the Pecos. Don't you forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, you know why I do this. Huh? Help me out, cousins. Why do I do this? This for Pops and Fat Mama. Peace, you guys. Peace, love, and hair grease. One love. And yes, it was fire.